Wolframalpha.com is a very powerful online calculator. It can do very complicated mathematical computations. If you want to use it for factorial, so I'll click in here and type in 4 with an exclamation point, and it tells me that the answer quickly is 24. You can also hit enter, and it tells us the result here as well. So 4 in the factorial function goes to 24. So you can try it for 5. 5 factorial is going to be equal to 120. But is there an inverse for the factorial function? That is, if you type in 120, will it tell you that it came from 5? There's no nice function that tells you how to do this, but you can use this online calculator to figure it out. You'll have to enter it as an equation, though. I would type it like this. Solve x factorial is equal to 120. This equation says, what number do you put in place of x so that when you take the factorial of it, you get 120 back? I know the answer should be 5. I'll hit enter to see what it tells us. No problem. It says to solve this equation, it must be 5 that in factorial goes to 120. This is nice because if you have larger values, it should be able to do the computation relatively quickly. So let's say you want to try 40,320. Okay, that came from 8. 8 factorial is equal to this number here. And you can use it for larger values too, like maybe 479,001,600. If I enter that in, it tells me it takes a long time to think about it. It must be 12. 12 factorial is equal to this number here. One thing to point out is it won't always work out to give you a number that makes sense. So for example, I know 4 factorial was 24 and 5 factorial was 120. So if I pick a number like 30 in between those two numbers, there's no nice integer that it comes from. If I check this in Wolfram Alpha, it still gives me an answer. It says 4.1466. This really isn't meaningful for what we're using the factorial function for, although this is an answer. This is our way of saying that, okay, there's no integer that you can put in place of x that will give you 30 back as an answer. We want our answers to be integers only. So going back to the first example, if I type in this equation here, it actually didn't give me an answer, but I'll try again. Here we go, 5. 5 goes to 120 in the factorial function.